All right, folks, it is that time again. This is a VoicePlay, their latest cover, Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive. One of my favorite songs from the 80s. I'm not a big 80s guy, but I love this song. And it's featuring Omar Cardona, who is a frequent collaborator with VoicePlay. Great, great singer. Let's kick it off here. Here we go. This is VoicePlay covering Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive. Okay. Turning that opening guitar lick into the bell tones. Nice. Oh, nice. Some deep humming, throat humming here.
It's all the same.
Okay, Ellie, all right.
Only the
Curious.
change every day. It seems we're wasting away. Another place.
Okay, Omar.
Where the faces are so cold. I drive all night just to get back home. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted.
Just doing some bass bell tones there.
I'm wanted. Dead or alive.
Okay, so they start out this version with the bell tones, emulating that iconic walk down intro. And I wasn't sure how they were going to handle this because it's a very specific type of song. It's almost, it's got a country rock, southern rock, almost swamp rock vibe to it, like from the 60s and 70s, but it is very much, the original track is very much an 80s rock production because it's Bon Jovi. And because of that, there are very specific production sensibilities with that tracking. I'm not really big on a lot of 80s production sensibilities. I do. The track is just so good. The song is just so good that I enjoy those 80s moments in that song. So I wasn't sure how they were going to start this off with that iconic intro. So they turned into bell tones, which I think was a really good choice. But then the second part of the intro, which is the iconic guitar riff, they did deep-throated humming, which gives it kind of this mystic, dark, folk. You can kind of see out on a desert around a campfire, and that plays right into the mystique and the mystery of the original track, of the lyrics of the track. It's got this Western theme to it. Then, whenever we actually get vocals, we have Ellie on lead, and Ellie really brings, I feel like, brought that rock edge to the track that maybe the original Bon Jovi had. I feel like that was kind of Ellie's role in here, that he was supposed to represent that rock aspect. Omar, I feel like, brought more of a soulful. He took over lead vocals next, and he brought more of a soulful take interpretation to the lead vocals on this. He has some really great runs there, even starting at the beginning there. Okay. Building up more slowly than maybe I was expecting.
Sometimes I sleep.
Okay.
Sometimes
Lane's beatbox is getting a little bit more complex. Geoff, take the lead here.
Always go the separate way.
Well, sometimes you tell the day by the bottle that you drink. Sometimes when you're alone, well, all you do is think, yeah, I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. Wanted, dead or alive, I'm wanted, dead or alive.
Back down again here. As it moved on, I'm expecting kind of the full band to kick in a little bit sooner, maybe build a little bit more. And they kind of took their time in doing that. And I don't know if that's the way I would have done the arrangement if it had been me, but I did enjoy the way they did it and bringing in the beatboxing with Lane. Lane's beatbox in this, I feel like, was one of he's so good. It's hard to say it's one of his best because like all of them are one of his best. But this is one of the ones where I forget that it's a dude emulating a drum kit. I think about it as this is they're singing to a backing track. They're singing to a drum track. When Geoff's bass comes in, his bass guitar emulation comes in. I will say, I think this is one of Geoff's best bass emulations because he really had some meaty parts here. There were aspects, because a lot of times bass is just a boom, boom. Geoff actually had a bass guitar emulation part that felt like a bass guitar solo at times, which was really, really great. And then Geoff got a lead part also here. And it was at that point I realized, like, okay, this is going to be one of those ones where everybody in the group is going to get a moment to shine here. And Geoff's part was great. It kind of offered a third differentiation from what we had seen from Ellie, from what we had seen from Omar. Of course, Geoff with that low, earthy, deep bass range there really kind of set it off. Man, Geoff on the bass here. On the bass, it's him as the vocal.
I'm a cowboy.
Okay.
On the steel horse I ride, I'm a wanted, dead or alive.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, Caesar gets a moment. Drops out. There's that Lane there. Kind of late in the song, we get a lead part from Caesar. And he kind of, again, does his own thing. All four of the lead singers in this had their own vibe, their own style, yet it worked within the framework of the song. And if I'm not mistaken, there was one particular part here where we actually got to hear Lane doing some high harmony here. I have to go back and look, make sure that's what it sounded like. I tried to look at the screen, like he was singing, and then it cut before I could really had a good chance to confirm what I was hearing was what we were supposed to be seeing, supposed to be getting out of that. And of course, Geoff had this ridiculous low note on here, which was just absolutely phenomenal. And Geoff's bass emulation here. Yeah. I didn't mention that Omar has some nice runs in it too. closing home. Wow. Yeah. I have a high bar for this song. Again, one of my favorite songs from the 1980s, and that says a lot. It depends on, I guess, the way you look at it. It could say nothing or it could say a lot, because I don't really like the 80s, but I love this song. It's not just, I don't like the 80s, so I'd have to pick this as one of my favorite 80s songs. I legitimately love this song. I think it is a great, great track. I love the dark country rock, southern rock, and even though I'm not a big 80s rock guy, I think it's really cool and interesting when Bon Jovi kind of did this as an 80s style. It's like a country rock, southern rock thing, but with a 80s hairband vibe to it. So I had a high bar going into this, and VoicePlay met that bar. They did a great, great job, great arrangement on this, great execution. My only beef in the original version, the instrumental break with the guitar is so iconic to that song, and one of my favorite parts. And I thought they would maybe do something, even though I didn't think they were going to bring out an electric guitar or try to emulate it with their mouth. You know, I didn't think they were going to do that, but I thought they would maybe do something to try to preserve that vibe, that feeling in the song, and do something really big where the instrumental break was in the original song. And they did, and I'm not sure why. I mean, they kind of did. There was a section in there where the vocalization of the instrumentation emulation kind of seemed to come up, and you had Ellie and Omar singing some vocal ad-libs, Wanted and stuff like that. I think that was kind of the section that was supposed to be the placeholder or the replacement for the electric guitar that wasn't going to be there. And I feel like maybe there could have been something else done there to give that vibe, give that feel that the original had in that section. But minor criticism. Other than that, really, really great job from VoicePlay as usual. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, consider supporting us on Patreon. Subscribe to YouTube if you hadn't already. And we'll see you soon.